Hello everyone, it's Ryan McDonald here from Wenham Country Club, again with some lessons and tips for at home, things you can do at indoors and hopefully outdoors here in a few days when it gets a little warmer. Thank you everybody for your comments on the last video, and we had some questions sent in and I appreciate that. My email address is ryan@wenham.golf. And if you have any questions or comments, please send them that way, or you can comment on our Facebook page as well. Please feel free to do so. We had Matt from Beverly, Mass. He wrote in and asked what kind of golf ball he should be playing, and it's a great question. There's a million golf balls out there, so it's tough to choose from. A lot of people just come in and try to get the cheapest ball going and the best bang for their buck, and that's fine too. But some people want to try to get a little bit more out of their golf ball or kind of understand what's going on. So hopefully this can answer your question. So there's, like I said, there's so many golf balls. Just Titleist alone, they have the Pro V, Pro V1X, the AVX, the Toursoft, the Velocity, the True Roll or Truesoft, and Pinnacle. So that's just one brand, and most of the brands have that many lines of balls, so it's tough to choose from. But basically, it comes down to two types of balls, in my opinion. You have a distance ball and a performance ball. And what you're getting is, so with the distance ball, it's a much harder golf ball. And so when you compress it, it's going to go a lot farther. So you're gaining a lot more distance with a distance golf ball. For some people it would vary on your swing speed, but for some people you might get an extra 15 yards with a distance ball. Maybe more, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. With a performance golf ball, you're giving up that distance, but the ball will perform better for you around the green. So it's a little softer with your putter. When you use a wedge around the greens, the ball's going to have more spin on it, so it will stop when you're chipping to the hole. It's not going to keep rolling off the green. So you got to kind of pick one or the other. Which one do you want? And some people don't even know, but it's kind of easy to tell. You can pick it up. The easiest way to tell is just by you can almost feel with your thumbnail. Now this is the distance ball. I have a Srixon distance here, and first of all, it's kind of slippery. You can kind of feel it's slippery and very plastic feeling. And if I try to stick my thumb in it, I can't. It's very hard. And it makes a hard sound compared to this is a softer ball. Now this is the performance ball. This is a Titleist Pro V1X. And I can easily stick my thumb into this. It's like a rubbery feeling. It's not really slippery. It kind of sticks to my fingers. Hopefully that answers your questions. The performance golf balls are gonna be a lot more expensive. They can be all the way up to $60 a dozen, whereas a distance golf ball, you can get 15 of them for $22 at your local golf shop. So take your pick. As you get better and your handicap drops, you are going to want to switch to a performance ball because all your strokes are gained off the tee, or all your strokes are gained around the greens once you really can get a good handle on your wedge. When you're first starting out, a distance ball is probably going to be better for you because you do want that maximum distance off the tee to make your second and third shots a little bit easier for you. So if you're a beginner golfer, higher handicap, I suggest a distance ball. And if you're a lower handicap, more experienced golfer, you want to have a performance golf ball. So hopefully that helps. What else we have? We had Jeff from up in Vermont. He brought up the topic of chipping and things we could do around home. So that's great stuff. Chipping's my favorite part of the game. A lot of people struggle with it, and I try to keep it really simple for my students. Basically, I think it comes down to two things. It comes down to setting up the club with the shaft leaning. So on your general pitch or chip shot, the club is going to go right in the middle of your stance. Now, there's all sorts of different shots you can hit with this club. This is my 60-degree wedge. It's my highest lofting club. But for anybody, your sand wedge, pitching wedge, any of these clubs are fine. The club is gonna, for just your general pitch shot, it's gonna be right in the center of your stance, and the shaft should be leaning forward. This is very, very important. Now, most people I see are very neutral. The shaft's going straight down, and this is an open club face, and it's also aiming left of your target. So in order to have the appropriate loft and aim, you need to have your hands in front of your left thigh, and the club should be in the center of your stance so you can see how much that shaft is leaning. Now, the really important thing is through impact, you want to maintain that shaft lean through impact. So most high handicappers, beginner golfers, most golfers really, when they're chipping, have a scooping action, and the shaft actually ends up leaning the wrong way at impact. So you want to maintain that shaft lean through the shot. So if I were to make a few swings here, you can see that shaft, after they would have hit the ball, the shaft is still leaning to the left here. So that is number one. And the other thing that is just as important is making sure you bottom the club out. To me, when I'm out playing golf, whether it's a 3-wood, a 7-iron, or my 6-degree wedge, having the club bottom out the right way is, to me, like the most important thing to have a good shot. So you can do everything right. You can keep your shaft lean. You could have the perfect amount of backswing and perfect speed on your through swing. But if you don't hit the ground, you're gonna hit the ball thin. You might catch it clean, but you're not gonna hit it with the appropriate amount of grooves. So you gotta have this club thump. You wanna hear that thump of the ground every time. So when I'm practicing a shot here, you can hear thump, thump. A lot of people don't like practicing on range mats. I kind of like it because you can hear on all your clubs on whether or not you're bottoming out correctly. You should be hearing that thump on every shot. So hopefully that helps you. So I did come up with a little drill at home here. I have a club I make for people called the Punisher, which I usually stick a golf club into the broken golf club into the end of a one-piece golf club. But I found this shower rod here at home. I got some duct tape out, so I'm going to show everybody how to make one of these. Easiest thing to do is just get a driveway marker if you have one of those, or if anybody has an alignment stick in their golf bag, that will also work. And you can pretty much just, what you're going to do is tape the ends together. Try to do the best I can. I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure on video here. Alright. Alright, so we got this one piece now. Not quite as straight as it could be. There we go. So it's nice and straight. We got one long golf club here. And the idea is this, you can practice indoors. When it gets a little nicer out, you can actually hit golf balls with this. And you should be able to make your chip shots. And this extended part of the golf club should not hit you. Now, like I said, a lot of people scoop the ball when they hit, and you see that I just got whacked in the ribs right there. And it's not a pleasant feeling. So in order to not have this punish you, the Punisher punish you, you have to maintain that shaft lean through the golf shot. So it's a great drill. You know right away whether or not you did it right if you get whacked in the ribs. So after a while you don't want to do that, so you start to really maintain that shaft lean the correct way. So I hope that's a tip that you can use and helps you out. Again, any questions or comments, please send them my way, and I'll hope to do my best to help you out. Hope everybody's being safe and be well.